It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show.
It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show.
All right, hey.
Hey, guy.
How goes it?
Oh, it's going.
Good, man. Good. You look like you're home. Are you home?
I'm home.
Yeah. You been doing anything?
No.
You going up to the bars?
Yeah, I did a pub crawl just the other day.
Nice.
We visited all the locked doors of all the places that we wish we could.
I hope you sanitized your hands after touching all that metal.
We did. We were doing a lot of this. Tons and tons of this. Lots of this.
Okay, good.
I happened to order, I think, like 1,000 count of these, like 3 months before this shit started. And so if we run out of money, this is going to be how we survive. I'm going to pay my bills with Purell.
There you go. I really should send an apology to for our last broadcast.
Why's that?
When I was making fun of all the people that use Purell, and I'm like, oh, those are the people that are going to get sick. Yeah, I'm on the Purell.
You're not alone, though. You're not alone. There's an awful lot of far more famous, popular people than us that got caught with their foot in their mouth.
Yeah. But you know? I'm used to it.
Yeah. It's,
So,
I mean, I know that the guys, the West Coast podcasters, the Bryancallen, and I know Drdrew, who's actually making a big comeback online with his podcast. He really had to put his foot in his mouth for sure.
Drew Pinsky,
yeah.
Loveline. Remember Loveline?
Sex Talk. Loveline. That's it. Yeah.
Loveline. Sex Talk. Loveline. Yeah. Remember that? That was a good show. That was like on the radio when we were like kids.
Q102, late at night.
Was it Q102 or was it Eagle 106?
Holy shit, Eagle 106, dog. Wow.
Yeah.
It was just around that era, yeah. One or the other.
I'm pretty sure it was on at 11 o'clock on Eagle 106, but it could have been Q102.
It was a late night John, but so he's on a bunch of podcasts now. He makes his rounds, and he's on that Teen Pregnant reality show.
Oh, 16 and pregnant?
Yeah, and he initially, probably right after the last time we talked, was saying how he's not going to believe anything until Dr. Fauci says so, because he knew, who the Surgeon General or whatever. He's the top CDC official. And it was only about a week later he had to kind of backtrack on everything. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
Right,
it's funny. Dr. Fauci, like literally up until 4 days ago, I think it might have been maybe 5 days ago, I've been calling him Dr. Falsey. I thought it was his name. I was pronouncing it. I was like, or Fauci. I just kept pronouncing it. My girl never corrected me. And I'm like, babe, you got to tell me these things. Like, what if I said it around people? And she's like, you're not allowed to be around people. I was like, oh.
She can bother me. Oh, man. No, I think that if we look back at those last couple episodes, because for anybody tuning in now, you can go back to the first 4 episodes of the Even Steven and Oddly Mark show. We quote unquote front loaded them. We recorded 4 episodes within like a 2-week span.
Yeah.
So, and I remember we were talking about doing that just to kind of get just to get material out there and get ready and kind of take it from there and see how it went. And right before we even put the 3rd episode out, everything shut down. It was just all over. Like, you're not allowed over anymore.
And everything we talked about became like completely irrelevant.
And all the subject matter that was time relevant, topical, as they would say,
yes,
went out the window. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I was an absolute conspiracy theorist. I have this gene in me that's immediately skeptical of anything that comes at me from a news network or mass media. I got a little bit of tinfoil hat in me, but not so much so that I don't have a toe on the ground, because I've got plenty of friends that kind of keep me like, hey man, like, I hear what you're saying and all, but like this one you should probably take a little more seriously and give me kind of just, you know, a little bit of reality mixed in there.
I'll give you the rundown. I did not take this seriously at all. Tom Hanks got it. I was like, shit. That was like the number one thing. I was like, whoa. Then they shut down the NBA.
That's the biggest. That I think that was the turning point for me as well.
That was the turning point where I'm like, holy shit.
That's just leaving too much money on the table. It would, you know, I mean, it would be.
And then Disney shutting down was like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're losing $4 million per person.
There's no argument to be made as to whether or not it is a real disease. It's absolutely going around and it's hurting a lot of people and putting a lot of people in the hospital. But I still see people making the argument that it's being used as a way to kind of get some agendas across, put some people in check. Of course it is. Which I guess is to be expected, no matter who started it or where it came from or any of that kind of stuff. Now it's definitely a tool, a pawn. And, you know, I don't want to dwell on it too much, Mark, because we kind of set out to do something light and goof off and tell fun stories with this show. But I guess 3 episodes in, it was like, well, we really kind of have to. Yeah, we got to get topical. Like,
all right, let's agree that we're not going to be topical. Like, we're not going to talk about current events.
This was the exact conversation that we had.
Literally.
The biggest current event since 9/11 happens the following week.
Yeah, absolutely. And
oh man,
in ways, I mean, I don't want to say this is more catastrophic than 9/11, but I mean, as far as like, I mean, shutting down the world. I mean, you know, I mean, this is. I mean, I've never seen it. I don't know. Well, I mean, nobody's ever seen this. Completely unprecedented.
Unprecedented is the word. And even a tragedy like 9/11, although it had like implications and a ripple effect, it sure didn't have just the mass effect that this is having on everyone worldwide directly. Yeah. Like not even indirectly, you know. Well,
I was just watching something about farmers. You don't even think about like how deep it goes, you know?
Yeah.
Like farmers, like throwing away all this milk and all this stuff because they can't. I mean, it's crazy. Like that wild. Industry is, you know. Like, let's talk about something lighthearted. What have you been up to? Yeah, me too.
I'm going to answer your question with an action.
What are you drinking there?
Just a little Fireball whiskey.
Okay.
Just typical meathead bullshit. I was immediately out of work. You went through the same thing. So I've been trying to hold on to reality as best I can, and it's not easy because I've been abiding by the rules. I've been a good boy, going against all of my natural instincts to be rebellious and question authority. I've been literally staying home for days and days and days on end. Amy and I have only left the house for the absolute necessities, and I can count on one hand how many times we've left the house since a month ago. Yeah, literally this month I can count on one hand how many times we've gone out the door for anything. So we're trying to be really good.
How many Mount Royal wings have you guys ordered?
I got 2 orders of Mount Royal wings. What I decided right away, as soon as the severity and like the long-term implications started to kind of make sense and be evident there, I decided that I was going to do my best to space out my vices because if I didn't, I would have been next to somebody in a hospital bed in no time. Because I'm one of those people. It's easy for me to get carried away. So I've been spacing it out. I've been doing boozing like every other day or every third day. And the wings we did twice. We got a couple orders of wings, which still I stand by are the greatest that I've ever had in my life. I highly recommend.
They're doing 30 wings and a 6-pack for $32 tonight.
That's fantastic. Is that ongoing?
I just saw them post it right before I got on here.
Oh,
it was just posted today. It's like their daily special. Okay. Tell Amy to get on there.
I saw that. I saw a couple of their Facebook specials go up earlier in the week. Well, they're good people and they're running an honest business.
Yeah.
I have minor criticisms, but it has more to do, I think, with who's packing the bag than who's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that if you're out there, Mount Royal, you've got to pay attention to the fine print on the special orders. You've got to get. It's just like simple little stuff. I always ask for extra sauce because that's the best feature about those wings. So I say, please, extra famous sauce in a cup on the side, on top, besides what you're putting on the wings. And like a third of the time I get it. And a third of the time I get my blue cheese. But I really honestly think it's how busy they are at the time, and then who's packing the bag that day. But I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus. I'm here to rave and rant about how amazing the wings are.
And remember this. If you were playing baseball and you're a batter and you hit.
I'm listening. I know where you're going with this.
You're batting 300, bro. And that's a good batting average. That's good.
One ground ball with eyes a month. One Texas leaguer. One blooper finds its way. Is the difference between the minors and the majors.
It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show. It's the Even Steven and Oddly Mark Show.